The person that springs to my mind immediately is my mother. And I think I should start by saying that being given birth is the most wonderful thing that ever happens on earth. She is the one that I cannot ever thank enough. You probably heard it once that Vietnamese people have a very strong family base. So I'm gonna portray my mom and my relationship with her, so you're gonna picture it in a more vivid way. Every memory with her comes to me with an absolute clarity. I could bring back all of those details. In retrospect, when I was a little child, she was all the way right behind me, just to make sure that I was alright at all times. She took an around-the-clock care for me when I start babbling, start learning to walk, and start riding a bike also. And every moment in my childhood were entangled with her. When I grow older, I became more conscious of what she has done to me. She always thinks of me ahead of herself. She could do whatever it takes, no matter how tough it is, just to bring me the best. A very well-loved, a very well-educated upbringing. I was like a little bird being protected in my mother's nest. The thing is, there are always some trivial arguments that definitely unavoidable because, my childish characteristic always make me throw a tantrum at a ridiculous thing. But my mom always stays calm because she just holds me tight and asks me what happened, suggests me what could be done to solve my problem. She's the most active listener in the whole world. It is said that house is just a building, but home is feelings. So that's the point that I'm trying to make during my speech. So if I still have more time, I'd like to talk more in depth about some of my memorable events in my childhood with my mom and my family.
Family is where our roots take hold, and from there we grow. I believe that family values don't differ from country to country, and allow me to say that they should be the same throughout the world. The most essential values are so-called moral values, shaped by our family since we were kids. Those values which enable people to draw plausible distinction between right and wrong, good and bad, true and false. Besides, family is also a solid mental support that we can always come back with our ups and downs in life. Strong family bonds are the secret to internal happiness because it is the only source of unconditional love. It's something that gives you the sense of belonging and appreciation and helps to create a sense of comfort and trust, which I believe are the origin of happiness. Family closeness leads people to have a fulfilling and flourishing life. This can be justified by the fact that those kids who enjoy strong family bonding tend to be happier and mentally healthier than those who are in dysfunctional family environment. After all, who knows you better than your own family, right? Yeah, I can admit that this sacred notions has somehow lost its meanings in the last 10-15 years. Quarrels between couples are a frequent occurrence, and because women are financially independent, they don't step back like they did many years ago. Parents and children can hardly spend time together because of their own priority. And I think one of the principal causes that has led to this situation is the internet and smartphone too. When family members have some spare time, they prefer to consume it by going online instead of having some family conversations. For example, yesterday, I saw a mother with two of her daughters, and they curiously kept asking their mom about everything happening around them, but she didn't answer any of it. Instead, she allowed them to play games on her phone just to shut them up. I feel like she just ruined the tiny, teeny family bonding slab between her and her kids. How sad it is. That's a really interesting question, actually. My personal opinion is that a nuclear family is much more preferable compared to a joint family, because anything that is possible to happen in this type of family is manageable and less complicated than when you live in an extended family, which includes grandparents, aunts, uncles, and so on. Especially with generation gaps, frequent arguments are unavoidable, right? Therefore, I strongly believe that a family with only mom, dad, and sibling works better for me.